time, I was working full-time, and I was helping out Urban Active with the Group X program. So I was probably putting in 60, 70 hours a week, as it is, plus teaching classes, like every day. Plus, I'm a mom, and I'm a wife, and try to live a normal life. So I was like, how am I going to fit that? I can't do it. And she's like, look into it, look into it. So I did, and I crunched the numbers, and I was like, this is huge. I mean, if you don't believe in the business, if you're like me, and you're like, well, I need to see the facts, then I went to the compensation policy, and I was like, okay, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this, and these people get this, and you get a bonus based on this. If you do these things, and if you can build a team, then this works. So the people that it's not working for are the people that aren't doing that, period. So, you hear about people say, oh, I got into multi-level marketing. Well, it probably, if they have a bad experience, it probably wasn't Beachbody. Because there are a lot of others out there, and compensation structure for Beachbody is a binary one, and that's the best kind of compensation structure you can be in. So, you'll hear these people that say, well, I got into it, bad experience, don't want to do that again. So A, it probably wasn't Beachbody, and B, they probably had to put up a lot of money up front, a big investment with inventory. They might have had to travel and do home parties and all kinds of stuff that you don't have to do with Beachbody. The great thing about Beachbody is that Carl Daikeler, the CEO, is very cutting edge. He's a very intelligent man. And he knows what this business can do, in the future and where it's going to go. And so he's brought on this executive team that's just amazing. And we were introduced to them at Summit. And, they're all Harvard graduates. And basically the future of Beachbody is the Team Beachbody community. It's the coaching thing. So I know you're still seeing infomercials and stuff. Hey, C-Ange, thanks for coming. You're still seeing infomercials and all that, and you will still see that, and that's where the majority of their revenue comes from right now, is from just their sales from the infomercials and whatnot. But they see that it's shifting very quickly, that the majority of their revenue very soon is going to come from coaching. So what are they doing? They're taking all of their resources with their executives and their financial resources, and they're putting it on us. In other words, they're putting more into our training, the resources that they give to us, more into looking at the bonus structure and all of that, because they see that this is their future. Why? Because we're all out there talking to people one-on-one, and that is so much more effective than a mass shout-out on a commercial. Most people that have bought like Turbo Jam or Schlean Extreme or P90X on infomercials say, yeah, after about the 5th time of seeing it, I bought it. Usually they don't buy it right away. It's usually they've seen it a few times and they're just skeptical because it's on TV. But if they see it once and their friend says, oh yeah, it's awesome, you got to try it, then they're going to buy it. But it's all about that one-on-one interaction. So Beachbody sees that, and that's why they're investing in us. They did this little thing at Summit where they showed, the typical growth of a multi-level marketing company, and where typically it goes like this. They call it the hockey stick, and we are right at that point where we're just going to explode, just totally going to explode. So it's good that you guys are in this now. This is still considered like the beginning stages of this business, and you guys are in. So you guys are the smart ones. You guys are the ones that are like, yeah, what the heck, I'm gonna do this. It's very smart, because this is where it's gonna just start taking off. And like I said, Beachbody's gonna do more and more and more stuff that's just gonna help you grow your businesses. So back to the financial aspect. For those of you that are new, you might notice that you can be putting in time and not quite sure if you know what you're doing, but and maybe not making money at first. Two things. The business is driven on customers and coaches. Those are the two things that really drive your business, financially speaking, okay? Customers, you can sell a couple P90Xs in a month or a few products in a month, and that might make you maybe a couple $100 that month, okay? Coaches, on the other hand, huge difference. That is where your business grows huge. Because are given a bonus based on your team's activity. So it's those bonuses, those team bonuses, where the money really gets big. So if you want to just focus on sales and you think that your time should be spent trying to, sell to people, which you should really never sell to people anyways. You just talk about what you like, and if it's a walking video, then talk about the walking video. But just never like try and sell. But if you're focusing on trying to sell, you're not going to get very far with this business. You might make 30 bucks here and 50 bucks there, and it's going to be kind of frustrating. So your focus has to be this: to make friends. Just to make friends who are like-minded. If they're completely against fitness, hate fitness, hopefully they're not very like-minded with you. If you're into fitness and that's what you're passionate about, or into business, or into helping other people, then those are the types of people that you want to become friends with, okay? And the fastest way to do that is on Facebook. Now that could be something different a year from now. But we talked about this a lot at Coaching Summit. Actually, Shalene did a whole presentation on it. We looked at the coaches. Shalene did. She asked Beachbody, she said, tell me who are the top producers since January in the Beachbody coaching business. And at first, they gave her the names of the people making the most money. And by the way, coaches now are making $500,000 and $1 million a year now doing this. She didn't want to see those people yet, because they've been doing it 3 years now. And that's what happens. If you work it and you keep working it, it grows and grows and grows. But she wanted to see who are the top producers, who are the people that are going to be those people making that much money, next year. And the people that are the top producers have signed the most coaches, some of them up to 40 coaches in 3 months.
Oh my God.
Are doing it on Facebook, doing it with social media. And Facebook is really the biggest one where people are doing it. And if all they're doing, they're not doing, I'm a coach, anyone want to join me? They're not doing that. They're just talking to people and in personal private messages. So you probably don't see it. Mm-hmm. A lot of times you don't see it. Like I can go to, Mindy's wall and I'm not going to see that she's about to sign up a coach because she's talking to them personal messages back and forth. Or on Twitter, it's a direct message back and forth. I mean, once in a while you'll see something on a wall and you'll see that someone's talking to someone that's thinking about coaching once in a while, but most of the time it needs to be a personal, private message between you and that person so that it's like us sitting down talking. Because when you're saying, become a coach, I love it, who wants to be a coach? And then no one comments, you're like, I'm going to delete that. So, I personally don't do that because if I do that, no one comments. I'm like this. So, and it's okay if you've done that. Don't feel bad about that. It is okay to do that. I'm just saying, if you rely on that, you're in trouble. Because, and you'll see me once in a while, like, oh my gosh, the coaching, the opportunity webinar is coming, and so I might throw a post out there that's about to start or whatever. I'm guilty of that. But you can't rely on that. What you have to rely on is making friends with people one-to-one, and your best opportunity is I'm not going to call anyone out. If you're not on Facebook, definitely get on Facebook, okay? Because that's where this business right now is growing huge, huge. So what you want to do is start connecting with, first, the people you already know. So the people on your Facebook friend list that you already know, make a list of everyone you know and just look at your Facebook friends list if you want and seriously go through them and make a list of the people you want to talk to first. Go to your Facebook friends and start making a list of the people you want to start talking to and connecting with them first. It doesn't mean, you haven't talked to them in 5 years and you're like, you want to be a Beachbody coach? You don't do that. Just, talk to them. What's going on in your life? Just start talking to them. Start reconnecting. And if there's an opportunity to bring it up, and obviously you're talking to them, you want to bring it up to them because you want to help them. You want to tell them about this awesome opportunity. So start with that list of the people on your friends, on your Facebook friends, but at the same time, right away, start thinking outside of those people you already know. Start making new friends. Right away, start making new friends at the same time that you're looking at the people that you're going to start presenting to. Because what's going to happen is you're going to look through that list of the people that you already know, and it takes time. It could be over the course of a month that you really get through connecting and talking to those people, going back and forth.